Good evening. It is the first day of October, drawing closer day by day to Christmas, where we get to rest and celebrate at least. But for now, let's begin with a few highlights.
This is KUTV Primetime News with Yvonne Kemuma.
Well, on the sign language interpretation, I am in the company of Brian Pero. Do engage with us on X at KUTV_Kenya and at Kemuma_Monari. We are streaming live on YouTube at KUTV News Kenya. Let's begin. Now, Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki has yet again attacked government's oppositions, accusing them of spreading outdated tribal politics. Speaking to grassroots leaders from Kitui County at his residence in Irunduni, Tharaka Nithi County, the second in command emphasized his tireless efforts to pull Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka from the opposition to join the government. This is our very own James Baraka reports.
While political tension continues to escalate between the regime and its opponents, Deputy President Kithure Kindiki has come out strongly to condemn government opponents, saying that they are spreading tribalism and discrimination.
Siasa ya zamani ya kugonganisha sehemu za Kenya, sehemu hii unaigonganisha na sehemu ingine. Siasa ya upumbavu ya kuleta migawanyiko ya wananchi. Siasa ya kishetani ya kuhubiri ukabila na chuki na migawanyiko. Sisi tumesema hiyo siasa haina nafasi katika Kenya yetu tena.
Kindiki, who launched his attack during a meeting with grassroots leaders from Kitui County, condemned discrimination based on parties, tribe, and even religion, calling all these contrary to the constitution.
Serikali inachaguliwa kuhudumia taifa. Serikali haichaguliwi kuhudumia chama, haichaguliwi kuhudumia kabila, haichaguliwi kuhudumia dini, inachaguliwa kuhudumia watu wote katika taifa.
The meeting also featured singing and dancing with the slogan "Two-term filling the air", with the second in command using the opportunity to explain his persistent efforts to pull Kalonzo Musyoka from the opposition to join the government.
Mimi bado na jaribu na bado hata ule ndugu yangu, I have not given up. Yeah, I have not given up. Don't worry, msiwe na haraka. Namna hii namwambia kuja tu sasa.
According to the DP, Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka is a gentleman and he will not at all tire until he is successfully brought on board.
Naenda kushikana na watu wengine hapo wa bure, watu ya matusi, na yeye ni mtu mungwana. He's a good man, decent man. Sasa wanaenda kumfundisha mambo ya matusi, mambo ya ukabila, na he's a good man. Bana, tuwezi kubali. Ale ndugu yetu anaenda kuungana na watu wengine wakora. Wanafundisha yeye mambo ambaye sio yake. Yeye ni muungwana, yeye ni mstaarabu, yeye ni wakili kama mimi.
As the push and pull between leaders in government and opposition is gaining momentum, with the government signaling its commitment to pull some opponents in it, the main question now remains to be whether the opponents will accept the government's offer. James Baraka for KUTV.
Now, as the nationwide continuous voter registration exercise enters its third day, a clarion call has been issued to young people and Kenyans at large, urging them to turn out in large numbers and register as voters. According to the Deputy Registration Officer at the constituency, Hubi Kitao, youth apathy remains a major challenge despite the fact that they had previously rallied for such a day.
Irene Areyo, a resident of Kibra, is among the young enthusiastic citizens who represented themselves on the third day of the voter registration. Motivated by the desire for transformation, Irene noted that her desire was inspired by the need to confront confront what she described as poor leadership, emphasizing that the country deserves leaders committed to meaningful change for citizens rather than self-interest.
Nataka kuchagua mtu mwenye at least naona ataleta maendeleo kwa nchi yetu, ama maybe kwa wadi yetu, maybe hata kwa eneo yenye mimi nakaa. Na pia mtu mwenye najua si ati ataleta mapendeleo, ama nataka mtu mwenye ataleta maendeleo.
Na wahimiza vijana wengi wajitokeze, kwa sababu tuliona kuna hiyo wakati maandamano ilikuwa na ni vijana walijitokeza huko nje kwenda kuandamana, na ika happen au vijana wenye walitoka ndio hawana kura. So tujitokeze tupate kuchagua viongozi ambao watakuja kutusaidia na watakiti matakwa yetu.
Her sentiments were echoed by her fellow youth, Zubeida Yusuf, who stressed the importance of responsible leadership while also appealing to the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission to intensify civic education alongside the thought of leveraging digital platforms to enhance awareness and access to registration process.
Na wahimiza vijana wengi wajitokeze, kwa sababu tuliona kuna hiyo wakati maandamano ilikuwa na ni vijana walijitokeza huko nje kwenda kuandamana, na ika happen au vijana wenye walitoka ndio hawana kura. So tujitokeze tupate kuchagua viongozi ambao watakuja kutusaidia na watakiti matakwa yetu. Sikuwa nimejua by the way hiyo siku ya kwanza, nilijua jana na nikajiambia leo sitakaa kwa nyumba kwa sababu sina kura. So nimejitokeza leo ndio nikuje nipige kura. Tumekuja hapa tangu saa 4 na mpaka saa hizi bado unaona kama mimi sijaregister. Maybe wakiweka kwa platform kama hiyo itakuwa rahisi, na maybe ule mwenye ana feel labda haizi fika hapa anaweza ipata at their comfort zone. So inaweza kuwa pia vizuri.
Hobby Kitau, Deputy Registration Officer at the Kibra constituency, commended the youth for their turnout, noting that many young people have failed to turn out for the registration under the assumption that they have ample time.
So far, so good, I would say, because from the first day we have not missed someone to register. The first day we had over 30 people. Second day it went down a bit, we had 25. Today looks a bit busy, so I believe probably by evening I'll have like 50 also. Probably the fact that this is a continuous voter registration that will take place now up to 2027, then that is why maybe they're taking their time. So we expect that by then we'll have achieved our target.
The registration exercise, spearheaded by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, seeks to enlist approximately 6.3 million new voters across the country ahead of the 2027 general election.
Ocheng Cynthia, KUTV.
Now, many thanks, Ocheng Cynthia, for that report. We'll continue now. Today marks 1 year since the government launched the new Social Health Insurance Fund, SHA, which replaces the old NHIF scheme, aiming to make healthcare services more affordable and easily accessible to all Kenyans. However, Kenyans have had mixed reactions regarding the implementation of this program. Here is the story.
1 year since the government officially launched the new social health insurance system, which includes the Social Health Authority SHA, promising to make healthcare services affordable and transparent for all citizens. Meanwhile, Kenyans have come forward with various opinions about SHA services, some criticizing SHA, saying the services offered are inadequate.
Watu wenye tumeregister SHA, mtu alikuwa akipata akiwa mgonjwa mara kwanza inamsafu mzuri, lakini sasa akienda mara ya pili inakuja na kwama.
Mambo kuhusu SHA kwa hii mwaka moja, kwa sababu nimekuwa Kenyatta last week, wakaniambia ya kwamba itanisaidia. Nilikuwa huko na mtoto ambapo alikufia huko, nikawa SHA inisaidie.
Additionally, some have expressed concerns about the absence of SHA services in some private hospitals.
Serikali inafaa tuambie ni kwa nini hii SHA hospitali za hizi za private hazijakubali hii SHA, sababu ukiangalia huku ndani hospitali ziko karibu. Sisi kama sekta ya bodaboda, mtu akipata ajali haraka tunakimbiza hizo private. Kitambo uende kwa ile ya serikali.
Despite these challenges, there are those who have praised SHA, citing that it has simplified access to medical treatment.
Hii ni familia yangu. Nimekaa kwa SHA kama mmoja hivi na SHA kutoka wabadilishe kutoka NHIF. SHA imetusaidia sana na mimi imeniokolea. Huyu mtoto ametoka kwa SHA na huyu mama kutoka atoke kwa maternity ni SHA.
On its part, government has urged Kenyans to continue registering with SHA, emphasizing that it is addressing the challenges facing SHA. Kenyans have also called on the government to make reforms in the availability of SHA services.
1 year after the launch of the new social health insurance SHA, Kenyans call on the Social Health Authority to make reforms to better the healthcare services in the country. Rose Kaguku, KUTV, Nairobi.
Now, the Cabinet Secretary of Education, Julius Ogamba, has defended the government against allegations of not addressing the ongoing lecturers' strike in public universities. Ogamba assured that the government has committed to bargaining agreements signed between it and the lecturers, calling for the verification of how much is due to be paid to the striking dons.
When he appeared before the Senate today, Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Ogamba's main task was to answer to the senators and the nation on why the university's lecturer strike is still ongoing.
Lecture halls, workshops, and all these other things. We have all these things at the University of Nairobi. The lecturers at the universities are on the 3rd week of strike. Honorable Speaker, education is not just about these things we build. It is a whole sort of ecosystem that you build together. When will this government start respecting proceeds of legal processes such as collective bargaining agreements?
Ogamba, committing to explaining the tug of war between the university lecturers and the government, said that the government has committed to paying the agreed collective bargaining agreements between the two parties. Ogamba said that there is need to verify how much is due to be settled, that the lecturers are demanding from the government first.
But the real issue is the 2017-2021 CBA, in which the verification of how much money is due in order for us to move to the next stage of how it is going to be settled is what is pending. So that is the reason why the lecturers are on strike.
Ogamba also faced questions about a video that circulated on social media recently showing students from a primary school in Kilifi County singing Hare Krishna prayers to receive food aid.
What is the ministry doing apart from these challenges to address the issue of school feeding program, not only in Kilifi, where children have to shout Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, for them to get something to eat, Mr. Speaker.
And religion in Ganze that was highlighted, that particular project and program is under investigation as we speak, but the government has stopped that particular sponsor from continuing to supply or to feed the children in that particular area.
And on the issue of ghost schools,
Honorable Sifuna has a question. Yes, what we decided to do is after the Auditor General flagged out that she had done a specific audit for the last 4 years, a forensic audit for the last 4 years, where they discovered discrepancies, we decided as a ministry in this third term to only release resources to schools where we have verified the number of students that have been enrolled.
CS Julius Ogamba avoided giving a direct answer regarding junior secondary school teachers demanding to be allowed to be independent from the primary schools.
Independence, the Presidential Working Party, which gave the recommendations for reforms in the sector, recommended that we have what they call a comprehensive school for all the primary and junior school. That's how the dominant school was brought to was not taken. They are working on the basis of the Presidential Working Party recommendation. However, the amendments to the laws and the seasonal paper
Even with the answers from Ogamba, uncertainty is rocking in public universities as students threaten to join the lecturer strike if the drone strike does not stop. Will the situation in the universities continue being like this, or will a quick solution be found? Blue Smile Hassan, KUTV.
Now in Siaya, anger is mounting after striking nurses were brutally assaulted by suspected hired goons, allegedly with the knowledge of county security officials. Local leaders and residents are demanding speedy justice as probes into the incident gather pace.
Tension flared at the Siaya County offices when a group of youths armed with clubs attacked striking nurses. The health workers who had gathered for a peaceful demonstration over delayed salaries and unfulfilled promises were left injured and traumatized.
We want the head of security to come out and clear and tell us what happened and how the goons were brought to the governor's place and give clearance how the goons arrest those rungus that they were using to beat our nurses. The nurses have the right to demonstrate.
The striking nurses insist the protest was orderly and peaceful, centered on demands for timely pay and respect for their rights, but violent after armed centered on them. The Kenya National Union of Nurses confirmed 20 injuries and loss of personal items. Union leaders including Ochieng Hilary Omondi and Kennedy Amisi condemned the assault, assuring that the strike will continue for an extra 30 days. Obiero Otare called on county security bosses to explain how goons access the governor's premises to unleash violence on peacefully protesting nurses. He emphasized that such attacks on workers are intolerable in a democratic society. Police officers are also accused of standing by as the attacks happened.
We want to condemn what happened yesterday, whereby nurses who are striking, some rude youths attacked them. We want to say that if some of our members got involved there, we shall take action with an immediate effect.
Tuliona vibaya sana kama wafanyikazi wengine wetu walikuwa kwa hiyo kikundi jana wa kupigana na ma sisters, na tunasema hiyo ni hatua mbaya walichukua. Sisi kama watu wa PSV tutachukua hatua wetu na polisi na wale wa concern officers ili tuwashike na tutafute hao mahali popote wapo. Umeenda wapi kama hii Kenya ni kidogo, tutafuta mpaka tutawapata.
The leaders and residents are now demanding swift justice and better protection for workers exercising their democratic rights. Anyango Sylvia, KUTV.
Now, we do hope justice will be served. We are due for our first break on KUTV News at 9. I'll see you on the other end. More stories.
A new era, a new people. This is the Law Matters Show. A program that brings you legal sensitization on your television.
My statement is written and just the quote the prosecution.
I think that this loss is a setback for Raila Odinga.
What policy recommendations were fronted by the candidate?
With diversity, we demystify important legal issues locally, regionally, and internationally.
What Tanzanians?
Join me, Elvin Onsongo, as I bring you more insights on law matters.
We are looking at social issues. What is the problem? Is it the economy? Is it...
Law Matters Show, creating awareness, advocacy, and enhancing lives.
Well, welcome back. Thank you so much for keeping it. KUTV News at 9. On the sign language interpretation, I'm in the company of Brian Peru. Let's continue. Now, Kiragu Ndiragu, the National Registration Bureau's Upper Eastern Regional Director, has expressed concerns over the thousands of unclaimed national IDs that are presently sitting inactively in registration offices throughout the area. Ndirangu revealed that at least 6,414 IDs are still uncollected at the county's Huduma centers and sub-county regional offices during an assessment trip to the Embu County registration offices. About 80% of the new ID cards
those who have registered to come and collect their IDs, because we have IDs lying at Huduma Center, lying in all sub-counties offices uncollected. And those who claims not to, I don't know, they should come and tell us, because like the normal waiting for an ID to produce is 3 weeks. So if somebody has not received his ID within 3 weeks, this is a concern for us, and he should visit our office, and we could be in a position to tell them exactly what should be the problem. Because it should not go more than 3 weeks. At least it should go 10 days, but I'm giving them, if we consider a delayed 3 weeks a delayed case, which should be addressed by us. Previously, we have tried to giving the IDs to the chiefs for distribution. But even when they go to the chiefs, those people don't come and collect them.
Na ningewarai wanarika wajitokeze kwa wingi ili waweze kujipatia kura yao.
Now, President William Ruto has officially opened the 2025 Nairobi International Trade Fair at the Jamhuri Park, Nairobi, with this year's theme being promoting climate-smart agriculture and trade initiatives for sustainable growth. The head of state, together with Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture, Mutahi Kagwe, highlighted the critical role of innovation in reforming and supporting agricultural and trade sectors. The Nairobi show brought together over 300 exhibitors from Kenya and around the world, presenting cutting-edge solutions in agribusiness, renewable energy, livestock management, crop science, and manufacturing. The Nairobi International Trade Fair, which began on the 29th of September, will run until the 5th of October this year.
The full potential of agriculture has for long been constrained by formidable changes and challenges. Prolonged droughts, sudden floods, and erratic rainfall have disrupted planting and harvesting cycles. On the trade side, barriers on trade and global price volatility have weakened our competitiveness.
As we have all witnessed in the past 1 year, our national security is not just about food and nutrition secure, but also about providing decent, new, dignified, and digitized jobs and opportunities for our young people. This sector must deliver on the promise of a new dawn for Kenya and by Kenya. It must become profitable and worthwhile. This is our singular goal at the ministry.
Chakula yote, mazao yote, kiwango kikubwa cha mazao ambayo tunapata katika taifa letu soko ni Nairobi. And the entire value chain of agriculture starts from but ends at the market. Your Excellency, part of value around. We are on course in building markets together with yourself. Your Excellency, you promised to build 10 for us.
Now, the departure of candidates Aidan Mohamed Kiongozi and Furaha Kalama Chengo from the DCP party that is led by the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has caused conflicts and cracks within the newly formed party. As reporter Blue Smile Hassan in, Gachagua is now facing another challenge with the emergence of the party
politics in Kenya have been the order of the country's politics since the KANU era. Heavyweights forming political parties, some gaining significant support, while others fade away. 2025, some of the prominent parties in Kenya include UDA under President William Ruto, ODA leadership, and the DCP party led by outside Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. The DCP party, as an ethically charged party, is experiencing considerable internal turmoil. Several candidates in the upcoming by-elections have quit the party, notably Banisa parliamentary candidate Ali Mohammed meeting President William Ruto in State House, and Magarini DCP candidate has also withdrawn from DCP.
Magarini alikuwa ameenda huko DCP. Siku mbili tu chama ameshaandika resignation mrefu. Amesema amekuwa frustrated kutoka hapa mpaka.
Political analyst Bran Masjid analyzes the internal conflicts within the DCP party, attributing problems to party foundational structures and a lack of proper organization within the party.
It lacks visible country and county structures. And this has been seen in the recent resignation of Furaha Chengo in Magarini, because this has exposed the fragile, how fragile the party is and how the party's internal organization is. Now, DCP is vulnerable if they don't have a well internal organization. Loyalty to Gachagua is shallow, and that's why we can see the resignation, the murmurs within the party when there is mistrust. But when you look at the ODM, you will find out that it has maintained a core loyal base that views Raila almost as political institution himself.
DCP now faces a major litmus test in the upcoming by-elections, which will be the party's first real opportunity to demonstrate Rigathi Gachagua's political strengths.
If DCP cannot consistently present candidates across constituency, wards, counties, then its relevance will diminish, because elections are not only won through rhetorics, coming up with the phrases. They require networks, they require structures and ground operations, and a good political party that can win seats and have a representation in the National Assembly and for counties in the County Assembly. Now, the current state of affairs suggests that DCP risk being reduced to a political noise machine. They just generate headlines without converting them into actual representation.
The turmoil within DCP party is not only internal. Externally, the situation is also deteriorating. The return of Uhuru Kenyatta as the chairman of the Jubilee Party, whom political observers speculate might hand over the party leadership to Fred Matiang'i, is causing distress for Gachagua, whom appears fearful of losing his political support base in Mount Kenya. Blue Smile Hassan, KUTV.
Many thanks, Blue Smile Hassan, for that report. Now, coming back home, Kenyatta University, under the leadership of the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Paul Wainaina, is celebrating a major winner after being crowned first position in the category of Best University Stand at the Nairobi International Trade Fair at the Jamhuri Park Showgrounds. The recognition cements KU's role as a leader in education, research, innovation, and sustainable development.
It was a proud moment for the Kenyatta University fraternity as Vice-Chancellor Professor Paul Wainaina received the prestigious trophy from President William Ruto following Kenyatta University's victory as Best University Stand at the Nairobi International Trade Fair. Among the highlights was the university's West to Wealth initiative, showcasing the transformation of mixed waste into KVL wood, an eco-friendly and durable building material not only creates jobs but also empowers informal waste collectors and advances environmental conservation. President William Ruto also interacted with KU experts demonstrating robotics, automation, and IoT innovations designed to spark creativity, innovation, and curiosity among young people. Adding to its accolades, KU's North Coast Beach Hotel project secured third place, best study in hospitality and catering services, highlighting the university's strength in hospitality and tourism management through immersive experiences that blend learning and career development. At this year's Nairobi International Trade Fair, Kenyatta University not only celebrated being best university stand, but also swept multiple awards including Best Stand in Educational Research and Development, Best Stand in Youth Education Activities and Capacity Building, Best Innovation and Invention Stand, Best Stand Interpreting the Show Theme, and Best Stand in Hospitality and Catering Services. This cements the university's recognition as a premium university dedicated to offering best learning and research experiences. Anyango Sylvia, KUTV.
Well, go Kenyatta University. With that report, we will take a second break and then be back with a sports report. So see you on the other side.
Are you ready to take charge of your health? Welcome to Focus on Health, your weekly guide to staying informed and living better. Join me every week as I sit down with trusted medical experts.
Gynecology is basically a field concerned with mainly the female genitalia.
Explore real-life stories
During when the patient come in,
and bring you updates and tips that are beneficial to your health. Because health isn't just important, it is everything. Tune in to Focus on Health every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. only on KUTV. I'm your host, Kandia Marian, and I'll see you then.
My name is Kutv. I'm Associate Professor in the Institute of Philosophy of Jagiellonian University in Krakow, Poland. And I'm the main coordinator, which is by Kenyatta University.
My name is Eva Hutoba. I am a project manager in this consortium. Keep watching cutting-edge research at Kenyatta University Television.
Well, let's get sporting. Newly promoted Nairobi United marked their Kenya Premier League debut in style with a narrow 1-0 victory over Mara Sugar. The decisive moment came courtesy of Vela Ochieng, whose clinical finish sealed a dream start for the Nai boys as they announced their arrival in the top tier with 3 points. Meanwhile, at the Dandora Stadium, Tusker FC secured their first point of the season after a goalless draw against Mathare United. Despite dominating large parts of the game, the Brewers struggled to convert their chances, but will take positives from results as they look to turn their campaigns around. Now, UEFA Knights return and Giants collide with Barcelona face PSG. Arsenal battles Olympiacos and Man City hosts Monaco, plus thrilling clashes Villarreal versus Juventus, Dortmund versus Athletic, and Napoli versus Sporting Newcastle, facing it off with Union SG and Leverkusen. Palestine versus PSG. A conclusion for us here tonight. Many thanks for choosing KUTV News at 9. Now, on the sign language interpretation, I was in the company of Brian Perry. My good name has been Yvonne Kemuma. I do trust you will enjoy the rest of your viewing. Until next time, same place, but tomorrow we'll be doing this again with Emmanuel Kutosi. Have a good night.